There's a frequency that can transform your entire life. It doesn't come from anywhere outside you. You don't need fancy rituals, gurus, or secret societies. This frequency is already inside you, quietly waiting for the right moment to awaken. And the key to unlocking it, just a single word. Thoth called it the sound of 0 point, a sound that when sung with true feeling, realigns your vibration instantly. This isn't a theory, it's a practice, a living code. And today I'll show you exactly how to use it. But before you even think about activating this sound, you need to see why. Despite all your spiritual work, your reality hasn't shifted. Once that becomes clear, you'll be ready to release the sound that will move you beyond where you've ever been before. Stay with me until the end, because what you're going to sing isn't just a word, it's a turning point. If you really want to understand the secrets of the universe, you need to think in terms of frequency, vibration, and harmony. What you're about to hear isn't a nice idea or spiritual theory. It's a truth that has been spoken by sages, hidden by systems of power, and is now being confirmed by modern science itself. Everything is vibration. Yes, everything from the tiniest particles in atoms to the flow of your thoughts, from the weight of your physical body to the softest emotions you've ever felt. From the heaviest mountain to the farthest star, nothing stands still. Everything is pulsing, everything is vibrating in constant movement. The ancient Egyptians knew this. For them, matter wasn't something solid, it was just energy condensed into a specific frequency. The alchemists of the Middle Ages spoke about it too, calling it transmutation, turning the lead of ignorance into the gold of consciousness. They weren't speaking metaphorically. They were using coded language to describe how changing your vibration changes your reality. Later scientists like Nikola Tesla and Albert Einstein echoed the same truth in different words. If you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. But here's the thing, nobody tells you clearly, this isn't just about the stars or quantum fields. This is about you right here, right now, because this is what you are. You are not a body with a vibration. You are vibration in human form. And here's what's even more intriguing. Your vibration changes all the time, even when you don't realize it. One negative thought is enough to drop your frequency. A painful memory, bad news, an offhand comment that touches an old wound, any of these can instantly shift your station, like a radio dial, moving without your awareness. It's subtle but very real. And because it's invisible, many people ignore it. But the invisible is exactly what creates the visible. The way you see the world, how people respond to you, the opportunities that show up or vanish, everything is responding to the frequency you're putting out. Not because the universe is punishing or playing favorites, but because it simply mirrors you. It reflects your vibration. And here's the catch, the universe doesn't respond to what you say you want. It responds to what you truly feel, think, and embody in your internal field. There's no use wishing for peace if your body is vibrating anxiety. There's no point in trying to attract abundance if your whole being is afraid of losing. Life doesn't answer your surface desires. It responds to what you are vibrating silently behind the scenes of your mind. That's why two people can walk into the same room and have completely different experiences. One person's presence makes everything flow effortlessly. The other feels like everything goes wrong. The only difference, their frequency. Because vibration speaks before you speak. It leads before your thoughts catch up. It radiates before you take any conscious action. Here's one of the most overlooked truths: your vibration isn't shaped by big events alone. It's molded by your micro habits, how you speak to yourself, the small conversations you have, the thoughts you repeat when no one is watching. Every word you say carries an energetic tone. Every emotion you feed vibrates in a specific field. Every tiny choice contributes to the field you create around you. And yes, you are constantly creating a field around you, a field that moves ahead of you, arrives before you enter a room. It's your energetic signature, the unique frequency the universe recognizes. And in that field, similar vibrations connect. It's not about punishment or reward, it's resonance. So if you find yourself stuck, if you keep experiencing the same frustrating patterns, maybe the problem isn't what you're doing. Maybe it's what you're vibrating while you're doing it. And in the next part, we'll uncover the biggest mistake people make when trying to raise their vibration, a mistake so subtle and invisible that it traps even the most dedicated spiritual seekers in low frequencies. This mistake is so sneaky that it can keep you stuck even while you're doing all the right spiritual things, reading, meditating, saying affirmations every day, yet still feeling like nothing changes. Why? Because there's an energetic blind spot almost no one talks about, and it has everything to do with your emotional field. Because here's the truth, the emotional field doesn't lie. You can say, I am light, I am prosperous, I am love 1,000 times a day, but if you're vibrating fear, lack, or insecurity underneath, that's what the universe will feel. Because it's not the words you say that lead, it's the feeling behind them. This changes everything. It's like painting a wall with gold paint and expecting the inside of the house to glow. On the outside, it looks shiny, but inside it stays dark. Vibration works exactly like that. Pretty words on the surface can't mask dense emotions deep inside. Your energy keeps vibrating at the frequency that hasn't been cleared. And this happens because we've been taught to control our emotions with our minds. We try to use affirmations like we're trying to convince the universe, but really we're just trying to convince ourselves. But the universe doesn't respond to what you want to believe. It responds to what you actually are energetically. You might say you're abundant, but your body is tense with worry. You might say you're loving, but you still hold anger from things you haven't resolved. You try to raise your vibration with your thoughts, but your body is block close resistant. And that's what brings your whole frequency down. This is the silent mistake that traps so many well-intentioned seekers. They work hard, they try everything, but nothing shifts because until you change the emotion that lives inside you, your frequency won't change either. It just keeps circling the same pattern over and over. And the harder you try to force yourself into a high state without addressing what you really feel, the more friction you create inside. This friction turns into spiritual frustration, the feeling of doing everything right yet seeing nothing change. Because true vibration doesn't happen in your thoughts, it happens when your mind and heart come into coherence. And here's what almost no one will tell you, it's not enough to think differently. You have to feel differently. And to feel differently, you need presence. You need to be willing to stop controlling everything and start really listening to what's going on inside. Feeling goes deeper than repeating words, it's what truly transforms you. But to feel honestly, you need to access your emotional field with courage. You have to look at what hurts, what you've hidden away, what your mind tries to ignore, but still vibrates in the background every single day, shaping your entire reality. This is the point where many people give up. Facing your real feelings can be scary. It stirs old wounds, brings up layers you thought you'd already dealt with. But here's the powerful truth. The feelings you avoid are the exact ones that hold your power hostage. The emotions you deny keep leading your vibration without you realizing it. But the emotions you allow yourself to feel, to welcome, to release, those turn into power. And yes, there is a path to do this. An ancient practice passed down quietly through lineages of wisdom, a technique that goes straight to where your vibration is born, the intersection of breath and emotion. This practice has been called many names across cultures, but it always comes down to the same thing: conscious breathing paired with elevated emotion. We're not talking about just taking a few deep breaths to calm down. This is something far deeper, a spiritual technology used by Sufis, yogis, and initiates in the temples of Thoth. A silent internal process that can completely reorganize your vibration in minutes. Breath itself is a portal, a bridge between your body and your soul. But when you breathe with intention and pair it with a real elevated emotion, like gratitude or love, everything begins to shift. Imagine this: you inhale deeply, and as you do, you visualize a golden light entering your chest. This light carries peace, gratitude, love. It's pure, powerful. You don't just breathe it in, you invite it into your whole being. And as you exhale, you release everything that doesn't match that vibration: fear, anger, tension, judgment. With each cycle, your vibration starts to reorganize. And here's what modern science is just beginning to confirm. Studies in neuroscience show your breathing patterns directly influence your nervous system, your heart rate, your hormone levels, even your perception of reality itself. Breathing slowly and with intention creates something called heart coherence, a state where your heart, brain, and body move in harmony. In this state, your electromagnetic field expands, becomes more organized, and your intuition sharpens. But what the ancients already knew, and what we're only starting to rediscover, is that when you add real felt emotion to your breath, you're not just relaxing, you're reprogramming your frequency. And it doesn't take hours. Just a few minutes a day of conscious, heartfelt breathing can begin to change everything. But it has to be done with truth, with presence. This isn't about using a technique to fix yourself. It's about entering into a sacred ritual of reconnecting with your essence. When you breathe in love and really feel it in your chest, let it expand throughout your entire body. When you exhale, you let go of the old vibrations that don't serve you. This is not just an exercise, it's a code, a powerful tool left behind by ancient civilizations who understood that the real power to change reality comes from moving energy inside yourself, not from rituals, objects, or external beliefs. Moving your energy is how you shift your vibration, and shifting your vibration is how you change your reality. But breath alone isn't the final key. What comes next is something that organizes even matter itself: sound. Sound is the invisible architecture of the universe. It builds it, breaks down, it activates, or it paralyzes. And this isn't some mystical idea, it's backed by direct observation. Through cymatics, the study of how sound waves affect matter, scientists have shown that sound frequencies literally organize particles into geometric patterns. A simple tone can create intricate mandalas in sand or water. So think about this: if sound can reorganize particles that way, what can it do to your energy field, which is far more subtle and complex? Because you're not just skin and bones. You're a layered being of vibration. Your organs, your emotions, your energy centers, they all respond to sound. They don't just hear it through your ears. They feel it through your bones, your skin, the very air around you. That's why some music makes you cry, even if there are no words, why certain chants make your heart race or your skin tingle. Sound bypasses the mind. It speaks directly to the soul. And the ancients knew this well. In Egypt, in Thoth's temples, sacred chants were used to activate ancient memories. Tibetan monks chant mantras to elevate consciousness. Indigenous shamans use songs to heal and expand awareness. Sound was never just entertainment, it was medicine, a powerful tool for vibrational transformation. But not just any sound works. The most powerful are specific sounds that carry pure intentional frequencies. Sounds like or who aren't just syllables, they're vibrational keys, archetypal codes that unlock deeper parts of your being. When chanted with real presence and emotion, they cleanse, unblock, awaken your energy centers. They work on your chakras, on the subtle layers of your soul, on parts of you that words alone can't reach. And there's something even deeper, a vibrational sequence preserved in secret lineages that not only activates your energy centers, but helps you reach the highest point of your personal frequency. This isn't just a random mix of sounds. It's a sequence that requires intention, rhythm, breath. It unites your emotion, your body, and your spirit into one aligned vibration. When you chant this sequence consciously, you don't just change your inner state, you start reorganizing the field around you. It's like your cells remember who you truly are. Your soul recognizes the path back to its source. This vibration goes beyond your personal field. It touches the collective field, elevating not just you, but the space and people around you. That's why these practices were guarded and passed only to those who were truly ready. Because when you vibrate at this level, you become a transmitter, a catalyst for change. This is where Thoth's hidden secret comes into play, a sacred sound practice protected for centuries. And you're going to learn how to use it. Because Thoth knew sound united with emotion and intention doesn't just vibrate, it creates. And when we say create, it's not a poetic metaphor. It's literal. Your body, which is mostly water, reacts instantly to the words you say. Researcher Masaru Emoto demonstrated this with stunning photos of water crystals. Words of love and gratitude created beautiful, harmonious shapes. Words of hate and anger created chaotic, distorted ones. Now imagine the effect of your words, your sounds inside your own body, which is constantly vibrating. Every word you say feeds you energy. Every tone you use strengthens or weakens your field. And more powerful than the words themselves is the tone behind them, the emotion you feel when you say them. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it. It's what you feel in your chest as the words leave your lips. That feeling is the true driver of your vibration. And when you move beyond just speaking words into singing them with full presence, something extraordinary happens. Singing isn't just making sounds, it's releasing your voice from the depths of your being. It's vibrating from your core, lighting up your solar plexus, heart, and throat. Singing with real emotional intention ignites a fire within your soul, and when that singing carries sacred vibrational words, the field around you shifts instantly. But this isn't about singing any song. We're talking about ancient word sounds with archetypal power, carrying vibrations passed down for centuries. When chanted with presence and real emotion, these sounds awaken your energy body, clear subtle channels, align your emotional field, and create a natural shield against heavy, dense vibrations. This is the secret kept alive by priests, healers, and initiates across time. It's a secret that transcends religion, culture, and language because vibration is universal. It exists beyond words and doctrines. It doesn't need to be understood with your mind. It just needs to be felt, sung, embodied. When you chant words like ram, hu, or ah with your whole being, you're not just making noise. You're activating vibrational memory. You're sending an energetic command to reorganize your entire inner field. This is sonic alchemy sound combined with true emotion becomes medicine. And the best part, you don't need anything external. Your own voice is the most powerful instrument you have. But even with all these powerful practices, there's a subtle obstacle that can completely block this power if left unresolved: hidden guilt. Guilt is like an invisible anchor. It silently holds your vibration down, dragging you back every time you try to rise. It doesn't announce itself loudly. It hides in the quiet corners of your mind, in the background of your thoughts and decisions you sabotage without understanding why. Guilt doesn't come from the present moment. It's a buildup from your past choices you regret, expectations you didn't meet, versions of yourself you wish you could forget. As long as those shadows remain buried, your energy can't fully stabilize. A part of you still believes you don't deserve to vibrate high, and that belief keeps you stuck in old cycles. This is why Thoth and the initiates taught in silence that true forgiveness is the ultimate form of vibrational transmutation. But not the surface-level forgiveness we're taught by society, where you say it's okay without feeling it. Not forgiveness focused on others that keeps your attention outside yourself. Real transformation begins with self-forgiveness, turning your gaze inward, welcoming all the parts of you you've rejected, and embracing them with compassion. Forgiving yourself isn't about erasing your past or pretending mistakes never happened. It's recognizing that with the awareness you had, then you did the best you could. Now you know more, now you feel more, and now you can free yourself from that old version. Because when you truly forgive yourself, your vibration expands, your energy flows freely again, and what once seemed stuck begins to shift. This inner release creates the space necessary for high vibration to stay anchored. Light doesn't settle in cramped spaces full of shame and self-judgment. It needs openness, softness, honesty. It's only from this openness that vibrational anchoring becomes possible, because it's not enough to reach a high state for a few minutes. True change happens when you can hold that state even as life happens around you. That's what vibrational coherence is all about. It's not about feeling euphoric all the time or forcing yourself to be positive. It's about alignment, consistency between what you feel, think, say, and do. When those four elements are in sync, your vibration doesn't need constant effort to maintain. It simply holds. Scientific research from the HeartMath Institute has proven that when the heart, brain, and body enter coherence, the electromagnetic field you emit becomes harmonious, stable, and expansive. In this state, your nervous system regulates itself naturally, your intuition sharpens, your perception becomes clearer, and you start to interact with the world in a more magnetic, empowered way. So how do you maintain this state while facing everyday challenges? It's not about perfection, it's about practice. There are simple, powerful pillars to build on. First, radical presence. Being fully here in the now, not with part of your mind in the past or another part worrying about the future. When you root yourself in the present moment, you anchor your energy. Second, conscious speech. Every word you speak encodes your reality. Speaking with intention is like weaving your vibration into the world around you. You can vibrate love even when you're saying no. You can speak with firmness without anger. You can communicate light even in the darkest moments. Third, inner silence. It's the quiet space between your thoughts, the pause where the mind stops reacting and consciousness begins to guide. The more you can find and inhabit that space, the more stable your vibration will become. Fourth, reconnecting with nature. Walking barefoot on the earth, touching trees, listening to rivers. These aren't just relaxing activities. They're vibrational resets. The earth itself vibrates at a frequency that resonates with your heart. When you align with it, you remember who you truly are. And finally, the fifth hidden element, the sacred chant of 0 point. It's subtle yet powerful, silent yet transformative. It's not an external practice you need to search for. It's already within you. It's the moment of complete stillness between your breath, the pause between one thought and the next, the calm heartbeat that reminds you everything is okay, even when the world feels chaotic. 0 point isn't a place, it's a state of pure presence where everything dissolves: your worries, your stories, your identity, and you're left with nothing but the raw essence of who you truly are. In that space, possibilities are infinite because nothing has yet been defined. This is where real creation begins, where your highest vibration can finally anchor. You don't reach 0 point by trying harder. You reach it by letting go of control, of striving, of pretending. It reveals itself when you stop forcing yourself to vibrate high and simply allow yourself to be. It happens in the absolute now. Sometimes it arrives as a quiet realization between thoughts, other times in the moment you hear your own heartbeat and feel peace even if nothing outside has changed. When you find this place inside yourself, you activate the final technique Thoth kept hidden. It's a sound, a single word, but it only works when it rises from your deepest truth. It's not spoken like a mantra from your mind. It's sung quietly from your heart, vibrating from the center of your chest. When you chant it with full presence and real emotion, everything begins to reorganize. Your cells remember, your soul awakens, your vibration aligns. When you do this practice consistently, you don't just raise your vibration for a moment, you stabilize it. You don't have to keep trying to stay in a high state because you become the high state itself. You begin to radiate a steady frequency that influences your surroundings. Reality responds. People sense something different in you. Opportunities align. Decisions become easier. Your intuition sharpens. Synchronicities multiply. The world outside starts reflecting the change you made inside. Now that you've received this code, remember what you do with it won't just transform your life, it will ripple out and change the field around you. The new frequency has already been activated. The universe is listening. If this message touched you, comment below, "I received the sound of 0 point." This phrase doesn't just symbolize your choice, it anchors the energy you've awakened and helps others who read it to feel it too. And if you'd like to support this channel and help spread this knowledge, you'll find a pinned link in the first comment to contribute and keep this vibration expanding. Before you go, don't miss what's next. A special video has been prepared to take you even deeper into this journey. It's the next code, the next step. Click on the screen now, and I'll meet you there.